minutes ago, I did not take account to what Arsenal would do when I said if Liverpool come out with 9 points, they'll win the league. I did not take account to Arsenal. And with that being said, Arsenal nil, West Ham 1. Arsenal nil, West Ham 1. Patrice everyone said watching Arsenal play is like watching Netflix, always waiting for next season. And I fear I have to agree with him. I fear I do have to agree with him. I said Liverpool, if they come out of those 3 games, Aston Villa, City, and Newcastle with all 9 points, they win the league. I said that with the mind that Arsenal will win all their games. Well, was I wrong? Was I indeed very wrong? Arsenal were not going to win all their games. Arsenal came into this with they literally didn't really have pressure. There was no pressure on them. And they just looked lost out there. They couldn't break down a sturdy West Ham team, a West Ham team that have come to the Emirates back-to-back seasons and have taken the dub. Back-to-back seasons and have taken the win. Last season, we all saw it. They came and they put on a defensive masterpiece. Different manager, David Moyes, and Arsenal could not break them down. They came to the Emirates this season again and did the same thing under a different manager. Same exact thing, defensive masterpiece. Arsenal could not break them down. Yes, I know you all see the red card on the screen, Miles Lewis Kelly. Again, red card. We'll come into that in a minute. But the red card had no effect on the game. The game was already done. Arsenal could not. 2 shots on target in the whole game. 2 shots. The red card did not. The red card had no effect on the game. Yes, Arsenal have 5 red cards this season, out of which 1 has an asterisk to it because he ended up being, called for the red card against Wolves, Miles Lewis Kelly again. Some might say Arsenal have a red card problem. I doubt that. I won't say they have a red card problem, but I will say it has cost Arsenal a few points this season. Out of which I don't think is their fault, because let's analyze it for a minute. The first red card coming against Brighton, that was the first of its type. That red card was the first of its type, and it hasn't happened in the league except to Arsenal again. I apologize. Except to Arsenal again, it hasn't happened to any other team except to Arsenal again. They kicking the ball away. Arsenal, Declan Rice. Second one, Leandro Trossard. The same type of red card, only to Arsenal. Obviously, I'm not here to say Arsenal have a propaganda bumpy. I'm not here to know that. That's not what I'm here to say. But those 2 red cards have been sketchy. The only red card I will concede to, actually, the 2 only red cards I will concede to, Saliba against Bournemouth, because that was purely a pure red card. That was bad. And then Lewis Kelly, also a terrible red card. Those 2 red cards, the one in this game and the one against Bournemouth. Those are the only 2 red cards. So only 2 red cards. I saw a stat that since Arteta took over, Arsenal have had the most red cards in the league, which I think some of it has been biased and some of it have been fair. I'll say about 60% of the red cards Arsenal have received since Arteta took over have been really biased. And the other 40% have been valid. Those are valid red cards. But anyways, not keeping on that, the red card had no effect on this game. Arsenal could literally not break the team. Again, like City passing left to right, front to back, center to center, middle to middle, whatever you want to call it, just passing practice, literally what it was. Credit to West Ham. Credit to West Ham because they put on a defensive masterclass. Stayed in their shape, defended well, and what a goal by Jared Bowen created by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You can criticize Declan Rice for not tracking his runner. You can criticize Ricardo Calafiori for not staying tight to Wan-Bissaka, but we can't take away the fact that that was a wonderful goal by West Ham. This weekend was not meant for Arsenal. This weekend was not meant for Arsenal in any way, shape, or form. Arsenal were meant to win this game and, be 8 points behind with a game in hand. Cut down to 5, Liverpool lose 2 games, and you are back in it. But no, Arsenal just had to do what some might say Arsenal things. Pass left to right, have 2 shots on goal, not score and concede a stupid goal to lose the game 1-0. West Ham handing Arsenal their first home loss of the season. That's crazy to think of. That's a bright point. The fact that Arsenal have just lost one home game this season. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, watching Arsenal is like watching Netflix. You're always waiting for next season. Sadly, for fans like myself, Arsenal fans like myself, this is like watching our favorite show on Netflix, where one season is done, we have to wait for the next season. So sad to think of. I did not take into account when I said Liverpool win the league with 9 points. They have literally won the league with 4 points. Literally, you might as well. Obviously, a miracle has to happen. This was meant to be Arsenal season. This was meant to be Arsenal season, bearing in mind that what we have seen from Man City. This was meant to be like, obviously, we all remember what happened with Leicester, where that one season no one was on top, and then Leicester just came and took control. This was meant to be Arsenal. City falling off the rails. Arsenal were meant to come in and pounce, but that didn't happen. That did not happen. And except a miracle happens, Liverpool have one hand on the title. And it pains me as an Arsenal fan. It pains me. I mean, it is what it is. Credit to West Ham, credit to Graham Potter. Shout out to an amazing defensive masterclass by an amazing team in West Ham.